Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children aged T for teen. This is Section 31 back. I'm playing DC Universe. Now, why the hell am I playing a 5-year-old MMO in a full play? The answer to that is because it's fun, and there is a low level cap. So I can take this character all the way from level 3 to level 30, and it won't take that much time. I'll be able to show you almost everything I do in relative real time. There's very little editing. I will cut out the journal, the quest log, the inventory management, all of that stuff. Other than that, you will see everything it takes for me to get from here to level 30. So right now I am just in Metropolis. I am in Chinatown. I'm wailing on some thralls and some magents, which I'm assuming are kind of like mages without the T in the end. And this is basic story stuff. Each story will drop you in an area and ask you to do 3 things. Then it will drop you in another area and ask you to do 3 more things. And then it'll give you an instance. So once you complete these little street sweeping missions to cleanse the world of bad people, in this particular case these are Felix Faust's henchmen. They're nothing but bad news. So we're going to knock out as many as we can. They don't deserve to continue to terrorize the population, so we're going to just help end that a little bit. In my case, we're ending it with a big, huge hammer. So, a little bit about myself. My name is Jay. I go by Section 31 almost everywhere on the internet. The only place that screen name does not represent me is on Xbox Live, where I'm Section 77. I am an audio engineer for live television broadcasts. I am responsible for building microphones and communications equipment so that you can hear natural sounds and announcers' voices, and so that TV crews can communicate with each other. I have done that for all major sporting events. I have also worked in other shows like concerts and PBS fundraisers and whatnot, and I love my job. It puts me in the unique position to have the equipment to be able to record gameplay and voiceover in a professional capacity. I'm going to continue doing it as long as I keep having fun. If people keep watching it, I'll keep making it. If nobody watches it, I'll probably still keep making it. I am certainly not limiting myself to MMOs. At the moment, I am playing DC Universe here. I am playing Smite, which is a MOBA, much like League of Legends, only better. I am also playing Far Cry 4 and a modded version of Skyrim. You should have updates for all of them within the month. Here we are with the fastest leveling MMO I've ever seen. My character's name is Free1ancer. He is very loosely based on Mr. Freeze. He is an ice tank. He doesn't use a gun. He uses a gigantic hammer to smash his enemies. Sometimes he hits them so hard it looks like he knocks them off the screen, but he actually doesn't. Right now he's got a 2-hit combo, and there's the 3-hit combo. It's called Home Run. I guess I don't use it yet. So we'll worry about Home Run later. But we're clearing the streets, and we are collecting collectibles. These collectibles actually add up. When you collect them, you get feats, which have feat points, which are kind of like Xbox Gamer Score. However, feat points get you skill points, which you can use to purchase things like that 3-hit combo. Skill points are used for your weapons and for your movement. So in my case, feat points would be upgrading his giant swinging hammer and his super speed. Now, you don't get any speed upgrades until you're level 9, so that'll be a little bit.
have failed, Master Faust.
For now, I am just gonna unload with the ice-based attacks that I have and with the combos that I have. It's so quick and easy to clear out this trash and get these missions completed, and you get a ton of XP when you complete a mission. You don't get a ton of XP for killing enemies, even if they're high-level enemies. Basically, if you want to level fast, you have to complete missions. You have to run through the story missions and just complete them. You can actually make it to level 30 doing nothing but the story missions and the exclamation point side quest. There's usually only one exclamation point side quest per area, and it mixes very well with what you have to do. You know, you usually just have to kill a bunch of enemies and maybe use an ability on one, maybe hold down E. So if you knock out 5 guys and you can hold E on 2 of them, you're doing pretty well. You're making progress. And of course you can get knocked off of objectives like I just did there. I figured these guys weren't powerful enough to knock me off of them, and I guess they knocked me off of them. No big deal. Moving right along. Have to take out one more Magent. I'm looking for him now. Don't know where he is, but I'm just going to leap into trouble and kill everything and hopefully get one.
Rise! Rise and defend your soul well! It's not worth my soul to betray.
So I'm all clear of that mission right now. I am going to the first dungeon in the game. It is a solo instance, and it is a very small one. It's right over there. It is the Chinatown Magic Shop. It's very appropriate because Wonder Woman is a magic-powered character, which makes me a magic-powered character. So here we go. It's just 3 rooms of trash. It's very simple. Start mowing down the trash and you will have no problems. There are no secondary objectives here. There's no collectibles to destroy. There is one collectible at the end, but you just wipe out the enemies. Once you wipe out these enemies, you will open that gate, head on in, and clear more trash. There you got to see home run. That was home run. That 1, 2, 3 where he lunges, he uppercuts, and then he takes a big baseball swing.
You may have defeated the others, but you won't get past me! For this? Faust's rage will be boundless! You may have defeated the others, but you won't get past me! You shall pay! Faust's rage will be boundless! Faust will roast you alive for defying him. I have failed, Master Faust.
So, after all the trash, here's your first boss fight, which consists of 2 orbs and more trash. Clean out the trash, destroy the orbs, and you will save Zatanna from Dr. Faust, Felix Faust. Don't know if he's a doctor or not. I don't think he practices medicine. But yes, the first boss fight of the game, if Wonder Woman is your mentor, is just a trash mob. It's it's 2 waves of trash. And once you clear the 2 waves of trash, it's all over. You go talk to Zatanna. She will thank you for your assistance. She will disappear, and you will be sent on your next mission. Don't forget to grab the collectible. They actually make noise. They make like a soft hum of music when you're near them. So you can actually kind of hear them. If you hear like a Tibetan monk choir singing in the background, take a look and see if you can find an exclamation point or a question mark somewhere. So here's the next area. We are still on the Felix Faust quest. Gotta grab the collectible. That's the most important part. Who cares about the rest of the mission as long as you get the question mark? Initiate field report. And this gentleman's mission is to take out a mini-boss. So this is your first actual boss of the game, even though she's not actually a boss. We're gonna go up there. It's a little bit difficult with this Chinese architecture. So I need to find a nice flat surface and go right up. There we go. Grab the collectible, complete the set, and there's Madame Dia. She is a piece of cake. She's level 5. I knock her off of the building. I can't follow her with the 4th part of my 4-hit combo, but now I can. Now we're on even playing ground. There's no trash anywhere near me. I can just open up. There is the 4th hit, Mega Smash, sent her flying back about 30 feet. I love that ability. I'm going to use that as much as I can. One thing I've learned about Mega Smash in the short time I've been playing this character is that Mega Smash will launch the enemy if you let it charge all the way, but you don't have to let it charge all the way. If you're in a hurry, you can hit your Mega Smash and not wait for that activation period. You can just let go of the mouse button early and it will release the hammer early. Now here's something I haven't talked about yet. There are other people in this area. They are all heroes because I don't know why villains would want to kill Felix Faust's help. But there are other heroes in this area, so it doesn't necessarily get competitive. I'll tell you why. If you are fighting alongside another person in your faction, whether they're in your group or not, you share credit for your kills. So I'm helping this guy out. He attacked those enemies first. And they whooped on him a little bit, but I still get credit for destroying them, whether he hit them or not. So if we're working together, even though we're not actually together, we never communicate, we don't know each other, we share the credit for each other's missions. If you have 2 people working on the same mission, especially if you're together in a group and directing your effort, these missions go by very quickly. I don't know if I will include a second person in any of these streams, but we'll see. I was trying to help this guy out and he just kept aggroing everything he saw, so he's knocked out. As soon as I clear, I'm going to try and revive him, but it wasn't in time, so he just goes back home. When you die, you go to a rally point, which could either be a police station or just a spot on the map. But this guy, he didn't hold up very well. I'm aggroing everybody I see, and my damage is minimal.
You're like my hero. Whoa, that was dope. Hey, thanks, dude.
So now there's 4 of us. So there's 4 of us in the same area, and we each get credit for every kill that everybody else does. So that guy that just took off, he gets credit for these 3 mages that I'm killing. So do the people behind me who are working together. But even though they are working as a team, I get credit. And so does everybody else who happens to be standing near us. So it works to your advantage to play with other people. If you see a group of heroes fighting a world boss, for example, oh, there are world bosses, and they are DC Comics characters. So far, I've killed Bizarro and Arquillo on different characters, of course, because this guy wouldn't be able to take a single hit from either of them. But I've killed Bizarro and Arquillo, even though I didn't have the quests for them, and I wasn't in the group of the people that were killing them. I just saw a group of people attacking Bizarro, and I joined. Was the same with Arquillo. There was another person in the area near me, and he wanted to kill Arquillo, so he attacked him. And the 2 of us, it took about 20 minutes, because he's got a lot of hit points, but we took out Arquillo. And I've also taken out Green Lantern. Or no, I'm sorry. Green Arrow and Black Canary. They're hanging out at some point, and they are a really easy fight. I hate to say it. I love you, Green Arrow, but you went down like a bitch. So if I have any more encounters like that, I will do my best to make sure that they make it onto YouTube. I am fully aware that most of you, if you've made it this far, have been watching me grind an MMO for 20 minutes. So if you've made it this far, kudos. Please stay till the end. It's just as entertaining once I make it into the Mannheim's Chinese Theater. And despite how easy the enemies look now, once I pass level 15, they will become more and more difficult to kill, and they will hit like a brick.
You're like my hero. Whoa, that was dope. Blaspheme.
So here is the first big instance. It's Mannheim's Chinese Theater. Full of the exact same enemies that were in the Chinese magic shop. No problem. Clear the trash. Doesn't seem like they're doing any damage to me at all, even though I have not unlocked the tank roll. And I have to remember to blow up these orbs. They're nothing special, but they are a feat. They don't drop XP, but they are a part of a skill point, just like collecting the green orbs or completing seasonal quests or anything like that. So if you see anything like that in an instance, whether it's glowing purple orbs or whether it's prisoners trapped in cages or anything along those lines, it's in your best interest to collect them.
Interloper! You will never defeat me! You will pay for this!
I think it's also worth mentioning that I could not be happier with the hammer as a weapon. These attacks are seriously brutal, and if you're paying really close attention, when I go into a mob, I'm doing damage to everybody with every swing. It's an AoE hammer. It's downright brutal. Highly recommended for melee tanks. Also highly recommended for melee tanks is the shield. It's part of one of the Wonder Woman DLCs. But if you have access to it, use the shield. The shield is kind of OP. In the same respect of which I am doing these 3 and 4 hold combo attacks, the shield has 3 and 4 throw ranged attacks. So what I'm doing with this hammer, you can do with the shield, but from a distance. So I like the shield a lot.
Fresh soul for Faust.
And yes, I know I completely walked past a lockbox. Or a safe, or whatever you want to call it. But now that I know it's there, I might do it. Definitely didn't even see it until I edited this video. And boom, there it is. So if I can get back into the instance, I'll go back and take care of it.
Pay for this! Interloper! Do not pass. Do not interrupt the master.
And there's the feat for busting all of the soul globes. It's 10 points right there. Usually it's 100 per skill point.
No! We failed the master for this! Oh.
Here's your first boss fight. It is Felix Faust. He is a whiny little necromancer, and his mechanics are very simple, even though I flubbed them. So first, he has ads that show up and set down soul globes for Felix Faust here to absorb. You can either interrupt Felix, or you can destroy the ads and destroy the soul globes. So ads, interrupt, globes, I did not interrupt him. He absorbed a full soul globe and his health went back to 100%. That dragged this on for a lot longer than it should have. He actually ends up absorbing 3 of them by the end of this video, and each time he does it, his health goes up a lot.
I can taste the power.
Now he is about to do a soft enrage here where he absorbs from these wells and just unloads a ton of damage. However, my plan was a bit much. I decided to run away from him because the game told me to run away from him, so I'm just going to do a little circle around here and come back and see if I can hit him from behind. I can still do damage, but it's telling me to stay back. He's gonna CC me a few times. I have to break out. No problem at all. But I could have just stood on the stage and eaten it. I could have just held down block and I could have eaten all that damage because I took a lot of hits from him and it didn't do anything even in that enrage. So once he's over the soft enrage, I think Zatanna knocks him down to size. He'll go back to his first mechanic, which is the ads with the soul globes. Try and kill the ads as best as you can. You might not be able to get all of them, especially if you're melee. If you can interrupt him, that will stop his absorbing as well.
Before Faust consumes their power.
Yes! The power builds! Oh, yes! Yes! I breathe your power! Power! Yes! I consume it all!
So this is the end of part 1 of the DC Universe full play, levels 3 to 30. Now level 6, and you have seen me go from 3 to 6.5 hours. And the only things that I've cut out of this video are when I look at the inventory or the journal or when I'm traveling. And it's very little travel because your movement speed is so quick and you cover ground very fast. But it's just that easy. So he's level 6 currently, and I will come back at you guys for the next story arc. I'm gonna segment this into story arcs instead of, you know, hourly or half hourly. So this was the Felix Faust part 1 of the magic storyline.
And turn the flesh of all living things to my will.
There's 3 more feats: defeating Felix Faust without dying, completing the instance without dying, and completing any instance without dying. So you go back to the police station to turn it in, and that's it.
You do realize Faust is a necromancer who eats heroes for breakfast, right? Not bad for your first battle with the forces of evil.
So, thanks for watching. If you made it through this entire half hour without falling asleep, I think you're my kind of people. I will be back shortly with the next installment of Free1ancer's magic storyline in DC Universe Online.
I'll get there when I can. Until then, think you can handle it?